Cavaliers Live, presented by Wayside Furniture. Well, a neck-and-neck game, back and forth down the stretch, with the Cavaliers finding a way in that fourth quarter, pulling away for the 117-108 victory over the Pacers, securing the season sweep here tonight. Thomas Bryant was one of 4 Cavaliers in double figures. He finished with 14 and 10, and he's standing by now with Serena Winters.
Thanks, Kaylee. These games can get a little messy at times. How important is it to just mentally stay locked in and grind this one out?
Well, it's very important, man. You know, we're going against a high-paced, good Indiana team that plays their guys well, man. We have to match their energy out there. I'm glad we did it with our guys out, and it just builds more character for us going into the playoffs.
One thing you guys have been consistently able to do all season long is have that next man-up mentality. For you tonight, coming into the starting lineup, what was going through your mind?
Well, I just want to go out here and compete with my guys, man, and just go out here and play as hard as I can and just do everything I can to help my teammates get this victory.
How much do you love getting the crowd fired up? Because when it's you out there being aggressive in front of these fans, it seems like there's a different energy.
Well, it feels good. You know, I try to bring an infectious energy that's not detrimental to the team, and I'm glad that the fans picked up off of it. You know, we needed their love, man. We needed their cheers, and we needed them to help us pull this game out, man. I'm happy for these people out here.
How fun is it to catch some of these passions from James Harden?
Oh, man, it feels great, man. You know, I always say I love being on the other side of him, man. It's not having to defend him, so I'm glad we're on the same team.
All right, lastly, you got 4 games left, 1 win, and you guys lock up home court. How important is that?
Well, it's very important. You know, mentally, you know, we want to stay in our mindset. You know, nothing to tear us in any way, shape, or form, and still keep our health right there. You know, we know what our job is. You know, going into these last 4 games of the season, we want to finish strong.
Thanks, TB.
Thank you.
Back to you, Kaylee.
Serena, thank you. Welcome into Cavaliers Live, courtside here at Rocket Arena, alongside Mr. Cavalier, Austin Carr. I'm Kaylee Griffin. The Cavs pulling away in that fourth quarter, taking home a 117-108 victory over the Pacers. Austin, I would assume this is not the way the Cavaliers drew it up when it came to this game, especially who they faced on the other side. The Pacers really playing without any of their key rotation players here tonight, but the Cavaliers did find a way when it mattered most down the stretch. What did you see from this team in that fourth quarter?
In the fourth quarter, you could see that the Cavaliers realized, hey, we are a little too close. We have to win this game. Their defense picked up. The one thing that impressed me today was every time Indiana every time the Pacers found a way to have success, 3-point shooting or driving to the basket in the fast, the Cavs didn't take them long to find a way to make adjustments. And that is what they're going to have to do in the playoffs on a continual basis, is adjust to what's happening to you as a team. And they shut them down pretty much every way they could in that fourth quarter.
Well, let's take a look at that fourth quarter. It is our Misney make-them-pay moment. Again, the Cavaliers found themselves in a hole for much of this game, but they came out and outscored the Pacers 27-17 in the fourth. It was a mix of offense, it was a mix of defense, Austin, but they finally got the stops that they needed.
And that's right, Kaylee. It's the stops. And that's what you're going to have in the big-time games. You got to have stops. You can score the ball, but you got to be able to stop people.
Yeah, the Cavaliers, again, finding a way down the stretch of this one to pull away with the 9-point victory, taking down the Pacers 117-108. As we take a look at those fourth quarter stats, the Cavaliers shooting 10 of 20 from the floor, knocking down 3 triples, grabbing 11 rebounds, doing a little bit of everything to secure the victory. We got a special guest joining us now as we welcome in Craig Porter Jr. Craig, thank you so much for taking the time. Congratulations on the win. 49 victories now on the season, 1 away from locking in home court. Obviously, this game probably didn't go the way you guys expected coming off the top, but what can you take away from a game like this, knowing you got 4 left in the regular season?
You know, a game like this, you know, it's always hard because, you know, you come in, you know, they got guys sitting out, and, you know, you think it's going to be an easy game, and then they play their hearts out, you know, and it's the NBA. Anybody can play, given the minutes and stuff. So we just came in here, and I feel like I like the fight. You know, we didn't stop. I mean, the whole game we were almost down, and we just came back in the fourth, and, you know, we put the game away.
You know, it seemed like you guys found a way. Every time they either start hitting threes or start beating you off the dribble, you guys would shut it down quickly. And you weren't doing that a month ago. What has changed as far as the way you approach to the game now?
I feel like it's just been a repeating mentality. You know, we know we have the talent offensively. We just got to get our defense going, and that's just one of the things where if we get that locked in, it's going to be hard to beat us.
I got to ask you, what is it like to play alongside James Harden? Because obviously the fan base here is starting to get to know him and appreciate what he does. But what is it like to be his teammate and play alongside him when he does some of the things that he pulls out of his bag on a nightly basis?
I mean, it passes and the scoring, and then you get out there with him and you realize how easy it is.
It's when you finally get to play with him, you realize, man, this guy, he makes everything easier.
Oh, yeah. He's a gifted player. Gifted.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
No question. 49 wins now. Craig, 1 win away. If you guys win tomorrow in Memphis, you lock in the 4 seed. How important is that first-round home court advantage for this group?
It's really big. You know, I mean, anytime you get into the playoffs, you want to get that home court advantage and get those first 2 games, take any hope away from the opposing team. So that's really big for us, I feel like.
Well, Craig, we appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much. Congratulations on the win. Let's go get another one in Memphis tomorrow.
Good trip.
Have
a good trip.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, we got more coming up here on Cavaliers Live as we continue to wrap this one up. Oh, we're going to actually go into our FanDuel same-game parlay. We're looking at Donovan Mitchell here. We're looking at him to go over 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists combined. Well, he had 38 points on the night, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. Donovan Mitchell doing what he needed here tonight. Austin's got his fingers crossed, but unfortunately, my friend, I already know that we lost this parlay. But Donovan Mitchell, what did you make of his performance tonight?
The Pacers we would catch up. The Pacers would stretch it out another couple possessions. And he kept attacking until they finally couldn't keep up with his pace.
I'm laughing because Austin was really confident that we might have just won this parlay looking at Donovan Mitchell, but I knew we had to win the first quarter, which we did not, and we needed backs, and unfortunately that didn't happen.
I know. We will win one more.
We have 2 more home games left, so we got to get one of them.
We got to get one of them.
We got to really focus.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to study overnight. Yeah.
All right, we got more coming up here on Cavaliers Live. The Cavs taking down the Pacers 117 to 108. We're going to hear from head coach Kenny Atkins when we return. And Menards, save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Welcome back to Cavaliers Live, presented by Wayside Furniture. The Cavaliers complete the season sweep of the Pacers, coming away with a 117 to 108 victory here tonight. Let's hear more now from the winning head coach, Kenny Atkinson. His press conference is presented by Wayside.
Yep, in his rim protection again. It's they were getting to the rim, but he was deterring them from finishing. So other than him and Larry, I thought Larry was great. I thought Larry came in and gave us great minutes. But yeah, TB kind of doing what he's done all year.
With Donovan, I know he might have tweaked the ankles a little bit at the end there, but for him to finish with 38 in a game where you might not necessarily think you might need him that way, for him to continue to show up no matter who he's facing, what does that say about him?
Just knowing the moment, knowing when you got to go. This is a game. Obviously, we were lacking some little bit of firepower. So he smelt it. And really took over. And I love it wasn't 3. So Max got an X-ray. So there's nothing structural or anything. I think it was just a sprain. Don, I don't know. I didn't see it. I think it was a full twist. I think I saw. Someone said in the locker room. So I don't. You guys could see it on replay, but I haven't had any feedback from the training staff.
And then what did you think of just the emotion of Bryant? Was it just more opportunity, you think, that brought that out of him?
TB?
Former team?
Yeah, probably that. But he's always like that. I wish I could say, well, it's Indiana, former the guy's just he's a ball of energy, and that's his spirit. That's just how he plays. If we're playing a pickup game tomorrow, at our practice facility, he's going to play the same way. He's going to talk, and he's going to yell and scream. And but listen, it's always good to have a good game against your former team.
Mike, do you think energy like Bryant gives you, for a guy who's not in a rotation, is infectious when he does get these opportunities?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I think he earns with that infectious spirit and energy. He earns the respect of our main guys, the James and Donovan. I mean, they love playing with him. You need that. We missed that a little bit last year. Just that guy is a little can be a little off sometimes in a good way, right? And he's always screaming, always yelling. He's got this thing he does before we, huddle up pregame. He yells some stuff. Like he's just always high energy, man. Makes you laugh sometimes, but love him. Like I said, pregame it was a great signing by us, last minute signing.
I'm looking at the box score.
We got more coming up here on Cavaliers Line. Donovan Mitchell doing Donovan Mitchell things once again. 38 for Spida as the Pacers fall.
Here come the Cavs. Allen! He's got it. Oh! Tyson cuts and Tyson dunks. Donovan Mitchell was made for moments like these. Throws it down. Oh, a vicious dunk. Hey, knocks it down again. Slashes and scores. Last chance. Oh, mercy. Oh, goodness. Listen to the roar.
Cavaliers Live is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. By the injury lawyers at Elkanel, proud partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. And by Ken Ganley Kia. I want to see ya in a Ken Ganley Kia. Welcome back to Cavaliers Live, presented by Wayside Furniture. The Cavaliers complete the season sweep of the Indiana Pacers as they come away with the 117-108 victory here tonight. Austin, I think we had a little bit of a hunch that Thomas Bryant might have a little extra oomph in his game playing his former team, and he's certain. James Harden finished with 28. There is Bryant with 14 and Keon Ellis with 13. Austin, obviously, some of those guys having to step up in these moments. We saw that from Bryant and Ellis here tonight. James Harden stepping up at the big moments as always as well. 28 for James in the 9-point win.
The real 0